The morning of my wedding, I woke up smiling. Everything felt light and perfect. My name is Nkiru, and that day was meant to be the happiest day of my life. My room was full of laughter and perfume. My bridesmaids moved around excitedly, adjusting my dress, fixing my veil, taking pictures and teasing me. Someone kept saying, "Bride, sit still," and we all laughed. I felt loved, chosen, and ready. My mother sat quietly on the edge of the bed, watching me. She smiled, but her smile did not reach her eyes. She looked proud, yet uneasy. "Mama, are you okay?" I asked. She nodded quickly. "Yes, I'm just emotional." I laughed. "You are giving me away today." "Of course you are emotional." She nodded again, but she did not laugh with me. I did not notice the tears she wiped away when she thought no one was watching. If I had known what that day would bring, I would have looked closer. About an hour before the wedding, I stepped out to get some fresh air. My dress felt tight, and my heart was racing with excitement. As I walked past my parents' bedroom, I heard voices. My father's voice was low and tense. "Are you sure you can keep this secret today of all days?" I stopped walking. My heart paused. My mother replied, her voice shaking, "Have kept it for 30 years." 30 years? My hands began to tremble. "What if she finds out?" my father asked. There was silence. Then my mother whispered, "She must never know." My chest tightened. Never know what? I stood there, frozen, my bouquet shaking in my hands. "She's getting married today," my father continued. "If she finds out now, she won't," my mother interrupted sharply. "Not today." I slowly stepped away before they noticed me. Suddenly, my wedding dress felt heavy. The excitement I felt earlier began to fade into fear and confusion. At the church, everything looked perfect. The decorations were beautiful. The music was soft and joyful. My husband stood at the altar, smiling, waiting for me. Everyone saw a glowing bride, but inside, my heart was restless. Something felt wrong, and I did not know why. While guests were trooping into the church, my aunt, my mother's elder sister, pulled me aside. "You look beautiful, my daughter," she said gently. "Thank you, auntie," I replied. She hesitated, then held my hand tightly. "You know, your mother loves you very much." Something in her tone made my stomach turn. "I know," I said slowly. "She chose you," my aunt added quietly. I frowned. "What do you mean?" Her eyes widened in fear. "Oh, I shouldn't have said that." My heart dropped. "Choosing me how?" I asked. She looked around nervously. "It's nothing." I meant, "Auntie," I said firmly, "please finish what you started." Her lips trembled. "Ask your mother," she whispered, then walked away. The music suddenly felt distant. People were dancing and laughing, but I felt alone in the middle of the crowd. I found my mother behind the church, sitting by herself. "Mama," I said, trying to steady my voice, "what did Auntie mean when she said you chose me?" She stiffened immediately. "Who told you that?" she asked. "You did," I replied softly, "with your silence." Her eyes filled with tears. "Nkiru, today is not the day." "That's what you said earlier," I whispered. "What must I never know?" She broke. "You were not born by me," she said quietly. The world stopped. "I beg your pardon?" I asked, hoping I heard wrong. She cried harder. We adopted you. My legs nearly gave away. Adopted? And I get to know about this on my wedding day? I carried you from the hospital. She continued through tears. I raised you. I loved you. But you didn't give birth to me, I said slowly. She shook her head. No. I laughed, but it sounded empty and broken. So my life, my name, my identity, it's still yours, she cried. Nothing has changed. But everything had. They wanted to postpone the wedding. I refused. I looked at my reflection. A bride with tears hidden under makeup. A woman smiling for the world while her heart was breaking. When the music started, I walked down the aisle. Everyone saw a happy bride. No one saw the girl who had just lost her roots. At the altar, my husband noticed my hands shaking. Are you okay? He whispered. I will tell you later, I replied. We said our vows, and I meant every word, but part of me was grieving. Not a person, but a truth hidden from me for 30 years. That night, after the wedding, I told my husband everything. He listened quietly, then held my hands. You are still Nkiru, he said gently. Still the woman I married. I cried like a child. Weeks later, my parents told me the full story. My biological mother was young, poor, and afraid. She gave me up so I could live. My parents took me in and loved me like their own. They never planned to tell me, not because they didn't love me, but because they were afraid of losing me. That day, I learned something important. Truth delayed is still truth denied. Love does not excuse silence. An identity should never be hidden, even with good intentions. I did not lose my family that day, but I found myself. Sometimes, the truth does not destroy us, but the timing does. Love should protect, not hide who we are. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next story. Thank you for watching. And remember, every story carries a lesson if only we choose to listen. Until I bring another true life tale your way, goodbye and remain blessed.